grueling path to the championship game of the Wild West Shootout. Harsh in its adversity. But the rewards have been plentiful. Now, two men stand alone as pillars of perseverance. Mark D'Amato of the New York Enforcers and Mark Webber of the Nevada Hot Dice. D'Amato is known as the most dangerous man on skates. He is the Dark Lord of a relentless Enforcer squad. And ever since he lost in the Founders Cup, he's been on the warpath, scrambling to get back to a championship game.
And when I win that trophy, I'm sticking it straight up his...
Tonight, he'll face Mark Webber, the cocky young Dice captain who mocked his critics and conquered his arch nemesis, Sean Atkinson, to get here.
The Hot Dice is going to win this tournament. I took Brown out, I took Atkinson out. D'Amato, you're next.
But D'Amato's army of darkness eagerly awaits. The Enforcers go up against the Hot Dice for the championship next on Rollerjam. From the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, we bring you Rollerjam, and we have made it to the finals of the Wild West Shootout. It's been quite a time here in Las Vegas, and tonight we get there. The Nevada Hot Dice and the New York Enforcers. This should be a terrific matchup here in the finals. The New York Enforcers, even with all that's been going on behind the scenes with Mark D'Amato in particular, they have skated well. They've skated well enough to make it here to the finals.
Well, we always know these Enforcers come to play. It doesn't matter what's going on off the track. But I tell you what, we could not have a better matchup because these teams could not be more different. You've got the X-Men. They're kind of young and pretty. You got the five-borough lineup. They're old and ugly. You've got the Showgirls. These guys are wearing some kind of a metallic spandex deal. And, of course, you got the Sisters of Suffering in their leather. And don't forget Janet Abraham and the Abrahama.
Well, the Nevada Hot Dice have one thing in their favor tonight, and that is they are the home team. A little bit later, we'll find out who is crowned queen of the roller derby. We're looking forward to that, too.
Well, I asked them if I could vote for you, and they said no. But you, ladies and gentlemen, get the VCR ready, because you guys are going to see some of the prettiest girls, not just in the World Skating League, but some of the prettiest girls on Earth.
That's quite a statement, Hawk, because it's a big planet. But here come the Nevada Hot Dice onto the track to get things rolling here in the Nevada Shootout. And speaking of nice outfits, there's Shay Brown skating by. Nobody beats the Hot Dice when they're in those, right?
Well, the Heartbreaker, she's one to look at, too. And we're going to see a lot of the showgirl sizzle, and we're lucky because of it, my friend. Woo, I love it here in Vegas.
I knew you would, and so do the skaters, and so do we. We've had a great time here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena as the home team, the Nevada Hot Dice. Come onto the bank track, the men now taking the track. There goes Jason McDaniel with a big scream for the crowd. Micah Martin has a fan here, and Mark Webber thinks everybody's his fan.
Well, he might have dodged a bullet. He can pull out victory. They lost the first one. The guaranteed victory is going to need showgirl help to get it.
He didn't dodge the bullet. It's lodged in his tongue. Here come the Enforcers onto the track. You saw the black leather outfits of Lauren Adams and Courtney Barlow as the women skate through the pyro. Well, they all skate except one, Heather Gunnan. Poor girl has to go through on crutches.
They bring her out here because those are two more weapons Mark D'Amato can have it in disposal in the infield.
Amazing the referees never thought of that, isn't it? Karen Magnuson. You never know when she might pick up one of those crutches and swing it at somebody. But it's really the Enforcer men who do most of the damage. And we're talking about two guys for the most part, Tim Washington and Mark D'Amato. And here comes Big Tim. He's all wrapped up tonight.
Well, he debuted this caution tape. He calls himself the Big Nasty. I'm calling the walking crime scene. Look at that guy.
He caused the crime scene, and he's already started yelling before the game's even begun, before the fans are in their seats. And there's D'Amato posing as though to say, here I am, the great one. Fear not, everybody. I'm on the track.
Well, we're not sure what his credentials are here in the World Skating League, but he says he's the... Well, actually, Richard Brown says he's the king. I think Mark D'Amato would have a little bit of argument with Richard Brown about that.
And the fans that like to root for evil are right on D'Amato's side. Broadway Danny Wolf is in the infield, and I don't envy him because he's standing next to Washington and D'Amato.
All right, I'm here with Big Nasty Cody, Tim Washington, Mark D'Amato, the Enforcers. Last time we saw you guys in a tournament finals, it was the Founders Cup, and you were humiliated by the Quakes. What's the game?
Don't you ever bring that up, Wolf. Don't you ever bring that up. I got big nuts. Don't do it, Tim. Show him what's up. Show him what's up. See that? That's what the X-Men have in store for them tonight.
I guess that's what the caution stickers were for. At least he put them to good use before the game even starts.
Roller Rules, brought to you by Dial 1-800-AT&T for collect calls.
There are 4 6-minute periods. The women skate periods 1 and 3. The men skate periods 2 and 4. There are 5 skaters per team, 2 jammers and 3 blockers. The blockers wear white helmets. The jammers have the black helmet with the stripe. Points are scored when jammers lap opposing team members. Here's an example of what I was just talking about. The jammer for the green team breaks out from the pack and circles the track. For each member of the red team that he or she passes, 1 point is earned.
First crack here in the first period will be the women. Look for Shea Brown in her little sequined outfit. She won't necessarily have a black helmet on when she's jamming, but Karen Magnuson, she's in black. She's got black attitude. She's the sister of suffering who's the queen.
And here we go, the first period of the final game of the Wild West Shootout here in Las Vegas. The New York Enforcers, who don't want to be reminded they lost the last time they played in a final against the Nevada Hot Dice, and the first jam of the night is underway. Kim Hart, the heartbreaker for the Hot Dice, is out there against Courtney Barlow of the New York Enforcers. There are more people not in uniform these days than there are in uniform.
That's okay with us.
And there's Barlow going down. Kim Hart continues on with the jam. Smiling, waving to the crowd, her adoring fans here in Las Vegas. And the Showgirls form a team in the back of the pack to take on Abraham. You need a team to do that. They're going to try and confuse her with some spinning moves, and it works. Laura Weintraub got in there and scored.
Well, and right here you see the contrast we were talking about. The Showgirl sizzle.
2 white points.
The metallic look. The smiles. The glitz, the glamour. And then Janet Abraham. Unfortunately, she kind of got caught outmanned, outnumbered. Janet Abraham usually 2 against 1 she can handle. Right there, though, Roy, it was 3 against 1. Good job out of the shoot by the Hot Dice.
2 points for the Hot Dice as Mark D'Amato pensive on the bench as he thinks about the upcoming men's period.
Pensive? Mark D'Amato pensive?
He was right there. He won't last that way, though, will he? He wasn't very pensive talking to Broadway Danny a little bit ago, either.
I think he was more surly.
Andrea Franklin out there for the Hot Dice. And that's number 14, April Tootle for the New York Enforcers. And April is now alone on the jam. The Enforcers trying to get on the scoreboard for the first time in this game now. And back there to block is number 38, Katie Cooper. She didn't last long. Tootle goes by her to score for the Enforcers. Now they're trying to get some more. Shea Brown goes down. Karen Magnuson's taking care of everybody in the pack. April Tootle finally calls the jam off.
Well, on 2 New York points, you hear Sean Corbin doling out the points. If last jam was a Hot Dice, Sisters Oh Suffering got it done this time.
They got it done, and they've tied this game up. It's 2-2. We'll take a break and be right back. Tim Washington just kind of thinking things over as he gets ready for the second period, but we still have plenty of time left in the first.
I think this playing hide-and-go-seek with somebody on the Hot Dice. Maybe Mark Webber.
Well, if I was Weber, I'd be the one hiding, believe me, because Washington's crazy. Here we go, Mindy Smith and Lauren Adams. They both go down. Who's going to jump up and continue this jam first? It's the little one, Mindy Smith of the Nevada Hot Dice. And she gets on those skates, and she's on her way. Mindy Smith looking to pick up some points for the Dice. Smith's all by herself.
She is somebody that really gives these New York Enforcer women fits, Rory, because she's so fast and crafty. And the Sisters of Suffering, speaking of fast and crafty, they are swiftly setting up a triple block.
Boy, how do you get by that with that kind of blocking of Abraham and Magnuson and Tootle. I guess you don't. The jam is over. She didn't get by. She didn't score a point.
Well, and those three sisters of suffering are the three returners here. But Mindy Smith, I tell you what, most men in the world skating league with jammer helmets on couldn't get past that trifecta. She
tried it, and she failed this time anyway, and the game is still tied up 2-2. The Enforcers play these games a lot. Low-scoring games. And now the whip goes out, and getting out of there is Lauren Adams. She's being chased here by Mindy Smith as Lauren Adams stole the lead of the jam, but Smith catches up quickly. Now, Smith's in a little bit of trouble out there as Lauren Adams grabbed her from behind and puts her down.
Well, Lauren Adams is somebody who's really stepped up for these Enforcers, Rory. You saw her piggybacking Mindy Smith. Mindy Smith was getting a whip from Shea Brown. Lauren Adams hitched a ride. Then after that, she dispensed of Mindy Smith. This girl is not only very attractive in her little leather ensemble, but she can play the game, my friend.
She can play the game, and she comes up to the back of the pack and is knocked down hard. Wow, good job that time by Andrea Franklin. They didn't get a point.
No score. Let's go. Get moving. Get moving.
Typical Enforcers game. Tough and low scoring. The finals of the Wild West Shootout here, just 2-2 in the first period. A double block. Magnuson couldn't, or Lauren Adams couldn't get by.
Well, she got ganged up on by the hot dice. You see Andrea Franklin. But Lauren Adams, I think what was her problem there is she got her helmet over her eyes, Roy. She couldn't see anything.
Makes it a little tougher, doesn't it? Still early in the game, first period. This will be the final jam of the first period in a 2-2 tie.
Actually, on the website, a lot of people say that we can't see anything.
I heard about that.
Oh, yeah.
2-on-1, the Hot Dice have the advantage in this jam. And they almost had a 2-on-none, but April Tootle managed to stay up for the Enforcers. Let's see if she can do it again. I guess not. Down she goes. And the Hot Dice trying to grab the lead in this game. They're playing in front of their hometown fans here in Las Vegas. Janet Abraham flexes the muscles and says, come on, I got something for you up here. April Tootle's chasing from the back of the pack. She hasn't caught up yet as the Enforcer jammer. Look out, Janet Abraham back there. Janet Abraham doing a good job on defense, but now she's taken out of the play and taken out hard by Katie Cooper. And the Hot Dice wind up getting the points.
2 white and 1 black.
2 white, 1
2
black.
white, 1 black.
Well, Janet Abraham got out there on an island. We saw her before with her 2 wingmen, Tootle and Magnuson. This time she's flying solo. Katie Cooper. Janet Abraham, look out, look where you're going. Katie Cooper. She even got 2 for the price of 1.
She got April Tootle into the rail as well. And went right on by, and we're just about ready for the second period to begin. The men will be on the track. That means Mark Weber of the Nevada Hot Dice, and we have double marks for you. Mark D'Amato of the New York Enforcers. It's 4-3 Hot Dice as we get ready for period number 2. Welcome back. I think I saw Tim Washington trying to beat up that lion in front of the hotel the other night. But in any event, he's ready to go onto the track now with his cohort D'Amato.
Well, Mark D'Amato, he's a man who's ready for a lion, I think. Actually, I saw him with a sheep the other weekend out in the hallway here at the MGM Grand. And Mark Weber, he's the leader of the X-Men. He's going to need a lot of help from his friends to put it to Mark D'Amato here in this Wild West Championship, Rory.
Well, they both have some great players, and here we go. And look out, Jason McDaniel. Oh, right up into the railing right off the bat with number 36, Jason McDaniel. And now we have an official's whistle. I think McDaniel might be hurt. As the jammers tried to break out of the pack, McDaniel got railed, and he landed hard right up on that railing.
He gets tangled up. I think it's Rocky Bowman. Sure is. And then Rocky Bowman realizes the referee's not looking. Wow. And Jason McDaniel and the X-Men. These guys are young, they're crafty, they're good looking, they're excitable. But the 5-borough lineup, they're plain old ugly.
Jason McDaniel's feeling the effects of it, though, as he's being looked at and helped, and just They had to blow the whistle to give him a little time to recover right there. But here we go. Micah Martin in the green and white of the hot dice, and Freddie Eichhorn for the New York Enforcers, number 16. Oh, look out. Down on his face goes Micah Martin. Boy, he just grabbed him in the back of the head and threw him down to the track.
Well, the Enforcers are trying to take control of the style early. If it's a fast game, it favors the hot dice. If it's ugly, it favors the Enforcers. Right out of the chute, these guys are making it ugly.
Fred Eichhorn being blocked by Mark Webber and Big Sean Davison. Here it comes. D'Amato thrown in there by Tim Washington. The Angel of Death works again. Fred Eichhorn gets the points. And Washington's a walking street sign with all those caution stickers all over him.
Well, this is a new move. They brought out here in Vegas. When Rocky Bowman does it, it's called the Rock. Big Tim Washington, he can lift 5 men. But he lifts Mark D'Amato. They call it the Angel of Death. And Sean Davison, a young man who's really been trying to put it together as a blocker here in the World Skating League. A new addition to the hot dice. But Tim Washington says, hey, caution, Sean Davison.
Washington looks like he's picking up a head of cattle and tossing it into the back of a truck when he throws Mark D'Amato. 5-4 now is the score, and there they go again. Fred Eichhorn's out there again for the Enforcers, and for the hot dice, it's Jason McDaniel, who has recovered from that injury and is back on the track. These guys bounce back quickly, quicker than any other sport, I think. Now it's Eichhorn's turn to bounce back and get back on the track because McDaniel got the better of him that time.
Well, that's the thing about these X-Men. They're so resilient. You beat the heck out of them, like Sean Atkinson, they come right back and get you coming.
How would you like to try and skate past Tim Washington if he doesn't want you to?
I don't want to drive around his neighborhood, pal.
That's what Jason McDaniel's trying to do, and Washington gets him in a headlock and brings him to the boot.
Oh, no, it's an oldie but a goodie.
D'Amato stood there with the skate out, and they put McDaniel's face right into that quad skate.
One white point.
Well, we saw the Angel of Death last time. That's one of the new moves here for this 5-borough lineup. And then we see the oldie but a goodie, Mark D'Amato with the quad skate. He may not be fast on those quad skates, but it sure does make a nice weapon.
Jason McDaniel had the winning jam in the semifinal game, so now they're trying to get rid of him in this game, I think.
Well, on Tim Washington and Mark D'Amato, the tandem, I tell you what. I really tell you what. That's the showgirl sizzle. I love our cameraman. He's got the right idea.
Game is tied up at 5 here in the first half. The men on the track. We get to halftime. We'll find out about the queen of the roller derby. There's Christian Salvia. Oh, man, he put him into that upright. J.R. Widener goes right into the upright ribs first. It's padded, I know, but it still hurts. But Washington's back to block, and everything he does hurts. He looks like a hurt. And he's trying to inflict some hurt right now. Washington grabs him again. He wants to put him over the rail. He's asking the crowd, what should I do with him? Crowd says, it's up to you, big guy.
No. Tim Washington, the walking crime scene. Ladies and gentlemen,
Back up.
objects in our screen may be larger than they appear.
You're in there.
Yeah, he belongs in there.
Yes, he
You're
does.
in there for the hold. Don't push me. You'll find your ass on a one-way trip out of here.
I don't know who would take him. I don't think the bus lines would accept him, the trains, the planes. Washington might be stuck here in Las Vegas.
Well, that's Eichhorn. That's Widener going down. Tim Washington, he's lost some of his caution tape. Maybe that makes him a little bit more attractive.
Oh, man, that's what lands him in the penalty box. And Christian Salvia says, why didn't they send him out of town an hour ago? There's Micah Martin. He got out there on that jam, and things were going a little crazy for the New York Enforcers and the Nevada Hot Dice. Micah Martin approaches the back of the pack. Micah Martin with terrific speed, and he encounters Mark D'Amato as he gets to the back of the pack. D'Amato rips him with the right elbow, slaps him in the back of the head.
Fist, D'Amato, keep it down.
The referee, Sean Corbin, tells D'Amato to watch the fist. Keep it down.
Fist, D'Amato, no
Don't
fist.
intentionally hurt anybody.
Keep it down.
I don't know if Mark D'Amato understands that, but he'll understand that right there. Mark Webber sending D'Amato crazy.
Oh, my gosh. I tell you what, you don't want to aggravate this man. He's ugly enough.
You talk about aggravated. I'd say that's aggravated, wouldn't you? That's a little ornery.
Well, Mark Webber
Let's go.
called this the retirement tour for the likes of Little Richard Brown, Sean Atkinson, and Mark D'Amato.
I don't think he's going to get any of them to retire, because if they were going to retire, it would be after a hit like that, where Mark Webber turned D'Amato upside down, and Washington's just been throwing people down like they were paper dolls. Don't go away. We're going to find out who the roller derby queen is when we come back to Las Vegas.
All right, this has been several weeks in the making, but the time has finally come to find out who is the roller derby queen. We thank you all, Rollerjam fans, for your hundreds of thousands of votes. Please, though, stop the voting. It's ended. You're overwhelming the internet site. I want to let you know who the finalists are. First, Amy Craig of the California Quakes is a finalist, but due to injury, she cannot be here with us tonight. The four other finalists who are from the Texas Rustlers, Lindsey Francis, representing the Florida Sundogs, Suzanne Shaleen. Also representing the Florida Sundogs, Denise Loden. And representing the California Quakes, Stacy Bluch. And to announce the winner is the general manager of the World Skating League, Kenneth Logue III. It's a nice welcome.
Thank you, Daniel. This is a very, very special moment in the history of the World Skating League, and I am very pleased to be able to crown our first annual Rollerjam Queen, a skater who best embodies the traditional values from the great roller derby queens of the past, values like purity of heart, athletic excellence, team leadership, and moral superiority.
Absolutely.
I know that in my heart, this is our first big step toward a new golden age of Rollerjam. May I have the envelope, please?
See how nervous the girls are?
And the winner is... the new queen of the Rollerjam, from the Texas Rustlers, Lindsey Francis. Lindsey, you won!
Oh my God! Oh you guys, thank you guys, thank you so much. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. I just want to let everyone know, thank you so much for voting for me. I promise, as the Rollerjam Queen, I will do my best to set a wonderful example for all of you out there.
Wait a minute, Logue. You're a liar. This doesn't say Lindsey Francis, you freak.
What are you guys doing? What are you
What's Denise Loden talking about? Oh, what's happening here?
No.
Oh, this thing is just deteriorating.
I can't decide if I'm in heaven or hell, Rory. I'll keep you posted.
I hope they're careful. I bought Lindsey that dress. It's almost being torn off. She was announced as the roller derby queen, but obviously, Hawk, there's been a bit of a disagreement on that count.
Well, speaking of disagreement, I don't think Suzanne Shalita's getting ready to serve drinks, Rory.
That's it.
What I want to know is where in the heck is Kenneth Logue, the league general manager, who made that announcement with that look on his face as though you're trying to sneak something out of the building. There's the tiara. Denise wants it. She's got it.
Well, have we decided anything here, Rory?
Well, you watch Stacy Bledge. They all want that tiara. They want to be queen of the roller derby, and I don't think we've decided one thing, Hawk, other than this thing just didn't work out.
Hold still. Who is this?
Although Sean Corbin has a good job. As far as Lindsey's concerned, she's won it because that was her name that was announced.
I don't know who Lindsey Francis is talking to. Our cameraman sure is not interested.
I take what's rightfully mine and let the animals do what they want.
Oh!
You think they're going out to a nice dinner party later? Those dresses are in bad shape, but
Thank you
Lindsey
guys
Francis
so much. You did the right thing. I
says it's
appreciate
mine.
it.
Stacey Blitz
Thank
says
you.
we'll find out about that later, and Denise just is going to pick herself up.
Glad to see you all,
What a
happy
fiasco.
Where's Lowe? That says it all. Broken dreams and a broken rose. And Shea Brown, she'll be up next period.
Yeah, we still have a game to skate, believe it or not. The second half, Karen Magnuson with a serious look on her face. The hot dice of the New York Enforcers coming up. Don't go away. Lindsey waves goodbye and says, thank you, everybody.
All right, I apologize to all you Rollerjam fans. That was some scene down here. One thing is, where is Kenneth Logue III? When all this was going on, I saw that guy run so fast to the locker room, he's probably already out of Las Vegas. Obviously, he manipulated the vote. I can't find him, but one thing I did find was this. And you know the name that was on it? Was Denise Loden. So I don't know the shenanigans that Kenneth Logue III is up to. We're going to try to find out. And when we do, when we collar him, we'll let you, the Rollerjam fans, know immediately. Right now, back to you, Rory and Hawk.
I couldn't believe all of that. Anyway, third period, second half underway, and the hot dice and the New York Enforcers still trying to decide who's going to win this Wild West shootout. But I think it's already been a shootout for the roller derby queen. And Kenneth Logue has once again reared his ugly head in the World Skating League, and he talks about integrity all the time. He talks about the moral, upstanding nature of this game that he'd like to promote. And it appears that he had a little lie of his own to tell.
Well, I've said it a bunch that this guy has backed so many people against the wall that they're lashing out. And whatever he was trying to accomplish, it has backfired by a factor of 10. Kenneth Logue, my brother, he's a marked man.
Courtney Barlow out there now trying to score points for the New York Enforcers. She's on the jam, and she's going to get an assist from big Janet Abraham and pick up some points. April Tootle also helped her in there. Nope, her skate hit the infield. They don't give her a point.
Wow, down go Katie Cooper and Shea Brown. And his sister are suffering action at its best, Rory.
Courtney Barlow, though, passed on the inside to her left skate on the infield, so no scoring for Courtney Barlow. We get underway with another jam here. So I guess Lindsey Francis, having been announced as the queen of the roller derby, and Denise Loden's name was on the piece of paper that Danny Wolf picked up, I guess there's still a question, who the heck is the queen of the roller derby?
Well, I think somehow in the fracas, Big Tim Washington got a hold of the little crown there.
Adrian Medrano's out there for the New York Enforcers.
Does that make Tim Washington the roller derby queen?
Why don't you go down and tell him that you think he's the roller derby queen?
No.
Out there for the hot dice, that's Andrea Franklin in the white and green, Adrian Medrano in the black of the New York Enforcers. You'll get that caution tape wrapped around your neck, Hawk. And Andrea Franklin scores for the hot dice. Trying to get some more. 8 seconds left in the jam. Abraham's back there. And Janet Abraham about to take care of Andrea Franklin, sends her into the rail hips first. But she got at least one. That's what they give her. One hot dice point, and they're ahead 9-5.
In the replay, April Tootle being made into mincemeat. There's enforcers everywhere on the track.
Heather Gunnan, we saw her down there in the infield for the New York Enforcers. She's on crutches still. They miss her scoring punch.
Well, Mark D'Amato sends her out there just so she can have the crutches with her. Always close at hand. These New York Enforcers always bring any kind of weaponry they can into the infield.
That's right. They tell her, yes, certainly you can come in the infield, but make sure to bring the crutches. Because we might need them. Right now, Laura Weintraub wishes she had something to hit somebody with as the jam goes on. April Tootle gets up to the back of the pack where Shea Brown is hanging out right now. a shot to Shea Brown. And now she gives one to Laura Weintraub as well, and Abraham's in a little scuffle.
Well, Shea Brown, there's not many people that can step up toe-to-toe physically with Janet Abraham. Shea Brown, one of the few, because she's a very large woman herself. And I tell you, both these powerful young ladies, Janet Abraham and Shea Brown, this is a nice feud we've been keeping an eye on. It's just great to watch these two go at it.
9-7, the Hot Dice have the 2-point lead. There is Janet Abraham setting up.
Well, you see her pivot on her skates. Don't tell these folks that they can't move around. Don't let the size fool you. Janet Abraham, she's just doling out punishment to everybody. Wow.
I'll tell you what, that's all muscle, too. Janet Abraham is big and tough and strong out there. Lauren Adams slips and falls as she tries to get away on the jam. The track's still a little bit slick, and she's passed by Mindy Smith. So Mindy Smith for the dice, and now Lauren Adams has her skating legs underneath her again, but she's behind.
Well, there you saw the speed of Mindy Smith. She caught up, and did you see her acceleration down that back stretch? There's not many that can get around to the back of the pack faster than Mindy Smith.
Nice moves by Mindy Smith. She goes inside him, and she goes outside him. Spins a little bit on the top of the track. Still 15 seconds of jam time remaining. And Mindy Smith goes right by April Tootle. Gets run into the infield, but did pick up some points.
2 white.
2 Hot Dice points.
And I love watching Mindy Smith skate, Rory. She's really fast. Number 36. Number 36 for the men is Jason McDaniel. Number 36 for the women is Mindy Smith. They're both young, they're both fast. And Mindy Smith is just putting on a clinic out there. Hey, Karen Magnuson, the captain. Watch me go.
11-7, Hot Dice have the lead, and getting out there now, Laura Weintraub for the Nevada Hot Dice. Courtney Barlow comes away for the New York Enforcers. Well, the Enforcers wear black and silver, and the Hot Dice Showgirls wear silver. Courtney Barlow goes down.
And Laura Weintraub's had a tough go of it today. She doesn't usually play well against the Enforcers for some reason, but right now she's getting out there. Laura Weintraub out on the jam, opportunity to score.
Out on the jam, and Andrea Frank that goes back. Here comes a pull away. The Enforcers are trying to outrun them. This is a maneuver we haven't seen work a whole lot. Let's see what happens here. 15 seconds to catch him. 12 seconds left on the jam. The Enforcers out there leading in the pack. Just 8 seconds to score now, and one last whip for Laura Weintraub. Can she get there? 3 seconds left in the jam. No, she won't make it. And this time the pull away did work.
Well, that doesn't usually work many times, but these guys pulled it off and got some points out of it, Rory.
Fourth and final period coming up. The X-Men of the Nevada Hot Dice against Mark D'Amato and Tim Washington of the Enforcers. 11-7 Hot Dice. Stay with us. We're back to Vegas in a minute. We have made it to the final period of the final game of the Wild West Shootout. The Nevada Hot Dice and the New York Enforcers. 11-7, the Hot Dice have the lead. And the first jam of this final period is underway. Jammers for both sides get out. The Enforcers are down in this game by 4. So they're trying to get out there and get 2 men out by themselves, and they did it. Fred Eichhorn and Rocky Bowman now will try and give the Enforcers the lead. All they need is 4 to tie and 5 to go ahead here early in the fourth and final period. Mark Webber back to block. Mark Webber, who has a picture of Sean Atkinson, his hero, right there in his pocket on the track, waiting to defend. Watching Eichhorn, watching Bowman, and because he's looking behind him, not watching D'Amato, and look what happened to him.
That's the screamer. That's the screamer. I tell you what, this 5-borough lineup, we're seeing old, we're seeing new, we're seeing roll them bones, we're seeing it all. And Mark D'Amato, the master, and oldie but a goodie. We saw the Eliminator earlier. We saw the new move, the Angel of Death. And right here, Mark Webber sees the screamer. He ain't the only one that's screaming.
One thing about being the defender, the blocker back there, you're looking behind you at the jammers, and D'Amato and some of the other veterans in this league know how to really set you up. 2 Enforcer points on that jam. It's 11-9. The Hot Dice still leading it by 2. And the Enforcers and Hot Dice in a close battle here as Fred Eichhorn goes up over and out. over the railing.
Well, in last period, we saw number 36 for the women, Mindy Smith, get out. Now you're seeing her male counterpart, the fast, the X-Man, Jason McDaniel. Look at him go, brother.
Jason McDaniel sees a pile up in front of him and spins by on top. Calls off the jam.
Oh, he's fun to watch, isn't he? He's fun to watch. Jason McDaniel, you're on TV, brother.
You talk about enthusiasm.
Oh,
that'll temper your enthusiasm a little bit. To have Mark D'Amato come over and knock you down like that, and now sticking up for his teammate is Mark Webber.
I'll tell you what, you called it right. Mark D'Amato, the spoiler.
Oh.
It's a buzzkill. In the nightclubs here in Vegas, they call it the buzzkill.
Get in the box. Get in the box.
He's never heard that before.
Yeah, get up. Go where you're going to.
He always looks up like who, me?
Your championship game. If you want to get out, you'll get out.
The crowd chanting in the box, in the box. And that's where D'Amato ends up. His accustomed position.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
He had his driver's license picture taken in there. (15-9), the Hot Dice have a 6-point lead as we're about midway through the final period. In the Wild West Shootout, you did hear the referee tell Mark D'Amato it's a championship game. If you want to spend it in the penalty box, be my guest. Micah Martin goes down hard. John Morrissey put him down.
Well, Tim Washington apparently has left the track. We're not sure what he's up to. Hopefully he's not injured.
Well, he's back there seeing if they have any benches made out of solid steel or stone or granite. He wants to bring him out here. John Morrissey now tries Webber. Webber turns around and says, here I am, right here.
No.
He's shaking his head no. Morrissey doesn't want to get dropped, but it's not his decision. It's Webber's. And Webber has no mercy.
But we'll have mercy, baby, when we come back. It's 15-9, Hot Dice.
We're back in Las Vegas, the fourth and final period underway. 15-9, Hot Dice leading in this Wild West Shootout championship game. The Hot Dice trying to get a championship in front of the Las Vegas crowd. P.J. Rossi gets out for the Hot Dice. And for the New York Enforcers, taking Rossi down, that's Fred Icor.
Well, these New York Enforcers don't like to play catch-up, Rory. But right now, one of the main reasons why they may have a shot is Rocky Bowman. He's a new element this year. He can score some points.
Rocky Bowman, Fred Eichhorn come up to Mark Webber. And D'Amato says, come on, I'll take care of Webber. You guys score the points. So Webber goes flying off the track after the hit by D'Amato. And the Enforcers are using their muscle to try and win this thing here in the final period. Two jammers out scoring points. Let's see what they got. They were 6 behind and they got 6.
And Mark D'Amato was just well, he's always maniacal.
D'Amato, who got up early this morning so he could get into that lion habitat here at MGM Grand Hotel.
That lion will never be the same.
Nope. And this team, these teams, this game is on the line. This will be the last jam of the final period. We're tied at 15. Who's going to take the jammer's helmet? Jason McDaniel's going to fly to the front of the pack. And coming out after him now, trying to catch him from behind. That is number 16, Fred Eichhorn for the New York Enforcers. So it's either going to be Eichhorn or McDaniel who wins this game. No time left on the clock. The jam will continue. 30 seconds left in the jam. McDaniel comes to the back of the pack, and D'Amato levels him. D'Amato leveled him. Here's Eichhorn sneaking through the pack, scoring points. He got a few of them. He's getting some more. Washington goes over the railing, and Eichhorn calls it off.
It was the screamer. It was the screamer. The Enforcers, they win. They win the Wild West Shootout, Rory.
And they get a little revenge for their loss in the Founders Cup Finals. The Hot Dice lose in front of the Vegas crowd, and the New York Enforcers win the Wild West Shootout.
And Mark D'Amato, say what you will, I don't know what control he has of the league, but for now, for today, a spit on the floor, he's the champion.
It's a day for D'Amato and the Enforcers to celebrate. The Hot Dice, they are beaten on the bench. Look at Kenneth Logue. He's going to have to come in and present the trophy to his arch nemesis and enemy, Mark D'Amato. He must feel great about that. Let's go to Broadway Danny.
All right, here they are, the winners of the Wild West Shootout, the New York Enforcers! Mixed reaction, to say the least, from the crowd here in Las Vegas. General Manager Kenneth Loeb III, I know you have a very special guest you want to introduce, and of course the trophy presentation.
Yes, representing the MGM Grand is the Senior Events Manager for MGM Grand. He'd like to present the trophy to Captain Mark D'Amato.
On behalf of the MGM Grand, I would like to congratulate the New York Enforcers for winning the first ever Wild West Shootout trophy.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Mark D'Amato, you guys win the Wild West
Give me that mic. This proves, winning this award and this tournament proves, once and for all, that the New York Enforcers are the #1 dominant team in the WSL. And it is my distinct pleasure that Kenny Loeb was forced to present me with the award. Put it there, buddy.
You won the damn thing, just take it and leave.
Thank you.
Well, there, Kenneth Loeb III would not shake Mark D'Amato's hand, but they do win the Wild West Shootout. There they are, the winners, but let me tell you something, they might have been leaving Las Vegas with the Wild West Shootout trophy, but there are still a lot of issues unresolved in the World Skating League. Back to you, Rory and Hawk.
Thank you, Danny, and there goes the victorious Mark D'Amato.
Well, he's leaving the track. I know we're going to try to get a word with him, but Janet Abraham's Sisters of Suffering and the Falborough lineup are winners for today, Rory.
The Hot Dice have to swallow the bitter pill of defeat, and Mark D'Amato played a big role in that. He's returned to the track now. He's in the infield, and Broadway Danny Wolf has collared him. Take it again, Danny.
All right, Mark D'Amato, the Dark Forces have won out. You beat the Hot Dice to win the Wild West Shootout.
Not only that, I defeated that freak Atkinson in a deathmatch race. I defeated Load. I have Load. All the skaters are on my side. I own this league. I own this league. Remember that.
How about all the sex and violence?
Let me tell you something. Sex and violence is alive in the WSL.
What do you have in store for the World's
You know what? I have not begun to start. I am riding on a high. Wait till you see what I have in store for the rest of the season.
Well, sore loser is a cliche. Mark D'Amato gives new meaning to the word sore winner, Rory.
But he leaves with the trophy, and we're going to leave Las Vegas not really knowing who the roller derby queen is. Thanks for being with us. We're out of here. See you next time on Rollerjam.
Guests of the WSL Rollerjam stay at the MGM Grand Casino, the city of entertainment.